Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to see how we can provide a very simple, easy to use explorer for MCP, Model Context Protocol. I'm going to explain with some solid examples so that how you can make use of this UI and this application to test your MCP servers, and also how you can add a new MCP servers. Um, my goal was I want to take the MCP to more and more developers' hands. Let us see how it works. So I have around, uh, around, you can see, let me see, Salesforce itself. I have this many number of servers, MCP servers. Let's focus on simple servers like Salesforce. Um, This is a main server. I use it for querying Salesforce. You can, once you click on that, you get the tools in that. Let us start this server. Once you start the server, you will get the tools. It makes that calls to get all the tools supported in that MCP. So it has got query, insert, and update, list flows, etc. But you can extend it. I'm going to make this as publicly available open source so people can play around. And also Salesforce out of the box official MCP server has got a similar tools. And also I provide a sample code in both languages, JavaScript and Python, so you can see. And also I give a call command where you can see what are the servers, a list of servers and starting a server and stopping a server, MCP server, and the tools available, etc. That is for people who work on the command line. And you can copy these commands and run it on the terminal itself. And you can download them, the configuration, and using this command, and also remove it from the server. Everything is API supported. Then you can also see how I wired this MCP server. It's written, this server is written in Python, and it will run using Python when you're invoking the server. The server is now ready. 4 tools are available, and the command used is UV for the Python code. Let us test this one. So the tool gives a very nice view of testing the tools. The username is a Salesforce username. I'll give my personal org. Let me select name from account. Let me limit 5 records. So once I click on the run, so it will make the call, and it will provide the data in the JSON format, which you can copy. And here is the results, 5 records. We got it from the art. Similarly, you can do other tool calls like update, query, and list flows. For example, insert, you may have to give more information like what field to insert, etc. And let us do one more thing. I also send emails in Gmail via this server. I can start this server. Um, So you can send an email, recipient, subject, and you can give the body of the email. Then these things, if we provide this kind of server to LLMs or agents in the agentic flow, LLMs can call to send an email. You can even say to the agent, "Hey, send me every day." Every Friday, I need to file my time cards, right? Fill my time cards, and you can do it in Gmail itself just for the fun. You can use this one, or you want to send some email when you find some opportunity record, we need to talk to the customer, using this MCP server. LLM can send the mail to the customer, a prospective customer. So, and you got info as usual. This also written in Python, and sample code given for both JavaScript as well as Python. So tools available. It's all well documented. And this is all the things like send email, list unread emails. So that way you can ask a agent to find out, hey, any unread emails I have, can you list out so that I can work on it, or mark them as read and reply to the email by the UID kind of a thing. And there are so many. You can have a Postgres. I use Postgres heavily, and SQLite. So let us start that server as well. And we can ask LLM to persist your data in Postgres, and let us see. You can test this one. Say, want to, so PG query select, start from uh, categories. uh, and so let us see that this one insert is there. Then profile is again Postgres. Let's see how it runs. Info for the server tools. Okay, let's see that default. So how you can see how I was exploring myself. Um, there's got a good documentation here. It says that this connection information I kept it in dot file. Then the default is the connection, which can have multiple connections. I'm supposed to suppose I have 5 6 databases. I can create those connection details in this file, and since I have only one, I just put default. Then you can run that. So limit one. You can see it gave one. So also you have a call history. You can how long it took. So that way if you don't like this font, probably you can select to matrix or some funny fonts. So you brighter fonts and colors. So this is the way of running, making call to Postgres, and similarly I have it for SQLite. And if you run that also, that's how when the server is running, you get a green dot next to that, and you can see. Sometimes I read a lot of servers, I forget myself. I wanted a place where I have a full documentation that resulted in this particular application. Um, and again, sample code information is here. This is again written. Most of my servers are written in Python. It got three tools: query, table. Say, for example, you can give and also you can give a DB path. Suppose you have a database. Let me see this one. So if you have a database, you can give the full path and the SQL query, then you can get it. I use SQLite for storing persisting some CSV files into SQLite and use this one. And also you can make query to Snowflake. And also you want to run GraphViz, and that is also available. Playwright, stock code, and working with GitHub MCP, and also shell. You can run shells in this tool itself. Suppose I want to start this MCP shell, and it started it. Suppose I want to find out what's a disk space. You will be surprised to see how low I have in my disk space. If I ask him to run this command, and it'll, let's see info. This is again MCP shell, very simple. It's available on the command line. Sample code is here. Tools are run the command. Let me run the command. I want to run this one, so you can see how bad is my storage. So you can even use this kind of since this provide a full access to your operating system. You need to be careful. You can give this MCP server to your agent. Agent can do pretty much anything you do regularly, cleaning up the file. Suppose I want to delete the folder, I mean files and in the download folder, and you want to create some daily files for your to-do item. All these things you can do. All the commands in Bash is available here, and this is a very powerful, but with power. You need to make sure that we are responsible. So only put the right commands if you are giving this MCP server to agents, LLM to call. Make sure that they're all safe, no PII, any other information is transmitted by. Suppose they can send, some data via network. All these things you make sure that it's taken care. So the MCP server is, MCP shell is very powerful, but we need to make sure that it is used properly. And a lot of commands which you use on a regular basis, people live in command line, they can make a good use of it. And also we can give that power to LLM to do the work for you. And if this is a Salesforce DX MCP server, and that comes with plenty of tools, and you can even add a server. um, you can put the name of which command, either Python or Node, and what arguments you need to pass, one per line. Then give a short description. Is there any environment variable it requires, you can pass it. Then you can start the server immediately after adding it. So that's simple. And also I have given this tool a nice pop-up help how it does. You can see that it has got a manager, here as per the config. We call it as MCP config, using a standard input JSON RPC protocol, and it talks to the server process which can be in either a Node, Python, or Docker. I didn't show Docker, but I showed Python and Node. Then I explained how this one works. Quick start, and whatever I just showed, it's written here. So and how to test it, how to do the configuration. This is sample configuration. And REST API, pretty much we built API first. I had to make sure that this API first architecture. Then CLI, you can how to run the CLI. Then FAQ, what other things go wrong, how to fix them, etc. Right? And hope this is going to be useful. And in the comments, please put if you like me to publish this publicly available, so that everybody can make use of this. Recently, I published one for using Node-RED, how to make use of Node-RED for making calls to MCP servers. I will put a link to that video as well. And also my MCP servers are mainly focused on databases, Salesforce, Snowflake, Gmail kind of a thing. I am planning to open source those MCP servers as well, so that others can get benefit out of it. Perfect. Thank you, and hopefully, I will get a feedback from you folks, and I can publish them. Take care. Bye.